Hey y'all. Last week I mixed a single for my pals in Ghost Home, and I thought it turned out really cool. And those guys, they just kind of like shadow dropped it, which was sick. Um, I think the guitar tones are really neat, and I did things kind of a lot differently than what I normally would on a Ghost Home single. Typically with these guys, I use all tube amps. You know what I mean? There's hardware all over the guitar and bass. For this one, I used all plugins. Right, so I'm just going to kind of play it and let you hear what this kind of outro breakdown sounds like with all the guitar tracks, and I'll kind of dive into how I put the tones together. All right, so first and foremost, kind of the, this is just a feedback track, so I'm going to mute that. Kind of the core of the guitar sound is these two tracks right here. So what we've got here for the guitar tracks for Guitar Main 1 and 2, those are the left and right rhythm guitar tracks for the songs. These tracks that I've got named here, Guitar Transient 1 and Guitar Transient 2, these are duplicates of that left and right guitar DI. Just process them way differently. And then down here we've got a set of quad tracked rhythm guitars to just kind of beef up this breakdown. So the core of the tone, which is the main left and right rhythm guitar tracks, is Archetype Gojira from Neural DSP. This is just the amp and the cabinet. For the amp settings, this is what we've got going on. Low gain, neutral low, cranked mids, cranked highs. The master is up there. Presence is kind of high. The depth is cranked. And then on the cabinet, we've got MD 421 right over the cap and a 57 out here on the cone. That sounds like... pretty cool, you know, nice aggressive just amp sound. But when I was mixing this, what I kind of noticed is that I was missing some transient energy on the guitars. So what I did was I duplicated the main left and right rhythm, and I used another instance of Archetype Gojira. This time I used the clean amp. Again, this is amp, EQ, and cab here. Got the gain kind of cranked on the clean amp, the bright switch off, the bass is way down, mids, treble cranked, bam, bam. Over here, taking out all the lows on the EQ, did a little 1K boost here, left the highs. Here, same mics, different cabinet here. We've got the 421 and the 57, but it looks like the 57 is pretty much bottomed out here. And this is pretty much all 421. And what this sounds like on its own is... Here, how the pick attack on that is just like real nice and spiky, right? So we add that to our core rhythm guitar sound, we get... just adds a little bit extra attack there, right? So last, what we've got here are the quads, which I'm going to play the sound of these by themselves. This is Fortin Nameless Suite, so totally different amp. And so this amp is kind of a sleeper for butt rock tones. Everybody hears this plug-in and they think, you know, like super heavy shit or like gent or whatever. This is a sleeper for like on this low gain here, right here, like input, you know, on the low input. Yeah, you can do straight butt rock tones with this. And this is kind of what I did here. Let me crank this track up here. Just a noise gate, no overdrive. This is how I've got the amp set. the cabinet here. This is the 121 and a 57, which the 121 and the 57 is pretty much butt rock guitar in a nutshell. So these are the sounds that we're blending in with our core tones. These just kind of exist to accent the core tone, right? And that, in a nutshell, is how I got the guitar tones on the new Ghost Home single, Shame. Go check it out. Later.